James Farnell.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? So you say on the adverts, isn't it?
Yep.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Well, okay. I was getting cocky with the game.
Oh, we're getting straight into it, are we?
I don't know. Do you want to get straight into it, or is there anything else you got?
Was I going to talk to you about something else? I haven't really I'm waiting for Bloodborne to turn up. So I've just been playing FIFA and Titanfall and back into Destiny. So no, not really.
It's been a couple of things that have happened, though. There's that new Nintendo stuff announcement.
Oh, what, the new... yeah. The one that everyone lost their shit over because they misread things.
Yeah.
It's quite funny. Yeah, but it's boring, isn't it? I mean, that's all just boring.
It's boring until we actually see anything. And it's going to be a long time, isn't it? Because they're not going to show...
You got to feel for the Wii U owners. Like, that's basically Nintendo going, yeah, forget that now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think, like, this is what I thought. I thought we've got this year, and that's it, basically.
We got this year, guys.
Yeah, and then we're done with
hands, like going into the Inferno, like Toy Story 3. Come on, guys, this is it. Let's just go into the fire.
I mean, do you reckon they're going to do that thing again, aren't they? Where, like, the new, the Zelda one that everyone's going crazy about. Yeah, it's going to end up on the new one instead, isn't it? You know, they're going to do that, like that kind of thing. They're going to do the old switcheroo.
Yeah,
it's.
I don't know. It's weird. I just heard Mario Party come out recently.
Yeah.
John Denton bought it digitally, right? And only then did he realise that you can only play it with Wiimotes.
You can only play it with Wiimotes?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't play the main game with the controller that come with the system.
The system. Okay.
Could you imagine that?
It's genius.
It's a new Xbox One game come out and said, oh no, you can only play this with a 360 pad. Yeah. It's just like fucking insanity. But you gotta love them. I know. Well,
they're kind of crazy.
In a blue moon, and everyone goes, "Yeah, you're all right, actually." I don't know. Weird, and I suppose that you love the Wii U even more now that it's even more of a failed console.
Yeah, that's not entirely true. Okay, it's true that I've got a fascination with failed video game consoles. Yeah. That is true. Yeah. But I know, I just love it. You know, this sort of...
so what's not true? You started off by saying
you said that's not true. That whole thing about me being a cynic and hating everything, that's not true.
Oh, come on, James. Even you know that you're cynical. You must
I'm
know.
Cynical. I'm cynical in the way that, like, whatever Microsoft or Sony or whatever say they're going to do, you're all over it. You don't even think about it. You're just like, oh, that sounds like the best thing ever. Whereas I like to look at it a bit more kind of like, okay, maybe that's not going to be amazing.
Well, the thing is, though, James, this is our favourite hobby. Like, this is our hobby. And if you can't get excited about this sort of stuff, what can you get excited about?
Because I don't like getting let down. I don't like getting like, all the disappointment and everything.
What are you, 5 years of age? Just let yourself go.
It's like, no, think about it. Okay, do you remember, what was it? Okay, Perfect Dark Zero. That was one of the last games I got excited about, and look what happened there.
Yeah, it was gash, but
exactly.
Who cares? Like, okay, so you got excited and the game didn't come out like as good as you'd hoped, but like, it don't matter, does it? Fucking hell. What's the end of the world, is it?
It's also, no, I do, you are kind of right about one thing. I do kind of enjoy sometimes, like, watching the car crash.
This is it. You've got that and the failed console thing, because, I mean, look at the 2 consoles out of the 3 that you own. One of them is clearly outselling the rest of them, and that's the only one you don't own. It's too successful for James.
I don't know. It's just interesting, you know. Like, do you remember that whole thing with the Gizmondo?
Yeah,
that's fascinating.
You got right hard on for that.
Those stories are like absolutely fascinating. You know, like when it's like just things like that. You know what I've always wanted is I always wanted a 3DO, just because.
How about an Ouya?
No, I didn't want one of those. They look really.
That's too far.
That's just going too far. Yeah, it's. Do you know one of my biggest regrets in my life was one time I was in game like a couple of years ago, and they had Jaguars for £10, and I just thought,
How did you not buy that?
I don't know. I didn't buy it because I just thought it seems a bit steep.
Yeah, no, you really are obsessed with that stuff. It's quite a thing to behold. But no, it's just like, don't you want every game to be brilliant, and don't you want every announcement to be excellent? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I also don't believe companies either. I don't like to,
I forgot that you're a bit of a student at heart, aren't you? Wow.
No, it's not
Rage Against the Machine. No, down to adverts. Save the whale.
It's partly because of my research stuff, because everything I read is depressing and bad, and so it gets into your head that like everything's going to fail and everything doesn't work.
What a way to live your life! To sit there and go, nope, every time something's announced.
No, it's not like that.
It's really funny when you've got me, Matt, and you in that chat room during E3. It's like me and Matt are like, yes, hopefully this will be brilliant, and that looks great. And then you've just got you going, shit.
That's not true.
It is
That's
true.
Totally not true.
It is true, James.
It's not true.
When they started talking about Kinect for the Xbox One, you were just going mental.
Yeah, because it hasn't turned out to be that like great, has it? That's why they discontinued it. I was right about that.
They haven't discontinued it. They still make it.
As good as they have, haven't
they? Not as good as. Discontinued means that they've made it obsolete. They don't make them anymore. That's not what's happened, is it? They still sell them.
How many Kinect-only games are coming out in the next 6 months?
Yeah, but it's not 4 games, is it? They've sort of made it so it works with the UI.
Yeah, but it's only just for that voice control stuff. That's it.
Well, no, I agree. It should just be a voice control thing, but that's still brilliant. And there's everything everything they announced for the Xbox One Connect has come true, hasn't it?
Like, well, no, because I don't remember what they announced.
Well, like the fact that you can like switch from TV and this, that, and snap things all using your voice. You walk in and it recognises you and signs you in and shit like that.
It's all like nice, handy, or whatever. But it's not like a game changer or anything, is it?
It doesn't have to be, does it?
It does. I mean, what? Okay, this is the thing though. The level of excitement that you have over this stuff would indicate that it is a game changer.
No, only to a cynic like you. Only to someone that's sitting there going, boring. Just like what I like to describe as a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's having a party and you're all coming in and going, well, it's not that good. Fuck off, mate. He's the sort of person you don't want to invite down the pub. Do you know what I mean? Why do you think I've stopped inviting you, James?
I just like to be a bit realistic about stuff, you know?
There's realism, and then, I mean, Jesus. What are you in this for? What are you in this for?
I love games. I do. I genuinely love games. I do. I've got loads of games. I play games all the time.
I've got loads of games. Is that why you're still playing Rainbow Six Vegas, James?
That's another story. I'll tell you something about that. I hate playing that game.
No,
I absolutely hate playing it. But, you know, every Friday night, you know, it happens.
There you are. Rainbow Six Vegas. Roger Holding.
Yeah, doesn't even do that. It's
unbelievable. How many hours do you think you piled into that game?
So, well, we're on Vegas 2 now, which is
which is really bad. I mean, Vegas was brilliant. Like, it was really good. But Vegas 2, pretty shit. I
mean, the thing is, though, when Vegas came out, it looked dated. Like,
it did.
And now it looks like super terrible. It's not that great.
Think of what level you could be in Destiny if you weren't pissing around in Rainbow Six Vegas.
Yeah. Well.
Shocking. Right. Should we get to Dark Souls then?
Yeah. So anyway, I have played more.
Oh, there's 5 minutes till EastEnders apparently. Look,
that's okay.
Joe, you can either pause it or I can go in the other room. What do you want? Right, I've been banished to the other room.
Hang on, I'm going to drink.
Oh. My headset. Don't be too loud. Well, it depends how fucking stupid James is, doesn't it? See you in a bit. Am I coming out of my normal microphone?
Is that alright?
No, I'll put it in a bit. Right. Oh, bollocks. Right, we're cool, I think. Right, what's up?
Alright.
What can I do for you, James?
I have played more. And and also, you were right about, you know that guy that comes running out of the thing, the massive guy?
Yeah.
You know, that was easy.
You done him, yeah?
Yeah, it was easy. It wasn't actually difficult. It is just the whole thing of just like keeping your guard up, watching for him to attack, and then you know,
you can't batter him. You've got to be tactical with your timing.
Rolling out the way, and then just
feels good when you beat him, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
Like taking down a big dude like that. It's pretty cool.
So I did him, and then I went up the stairs, then went through the other people. Also, the magic guy.
Yeah, the sorcerer. Yeah.
Also really easy. He's not that hard.
Yeah, no, he's not that hard.
And those other things, you know, there's like the zombie things, whatever, you know.
Loads of them turn up, but they're pretty easy, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just annoying because when they get in big groups, they become a bit overwhelming. I mean, they killed me once, and which was...
So I know where you're going.
So anyway, I went through there, and then I went up the stairs, and then got up. You know, there's like the ladders.
Yeah.
I went up the ladders.
Yeah.
Then I went through the white door, and then you're on the roof, and you're thinking, okay, something definitely is going to happen here.
Yeah.
I was terrified it was going to be the dragon.
Just obsessed with this dragon.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I'm not up for a dragon right now. But after going through all that other stuff, I was like, I can't do a dragon.
Anything but a dragon.
So, anyway, though the gargoyles come alive.
They do.
One of them came down, and so I was, not that hard. I was like, kicking it around a bit and, hitting it with my sword. And the health's going down, but then it killed me. And I thought, well, I'm not too disappointed with this because I've taken off a fair bit of its health, and I'm pretty certain that if I just sort of keep going at it, I can take it down. So after but then again, it's that same thing that happened with the other boss, where you have to go through all those others again to get to it.
Yeah, but that runs pretty easy to the gargoyles. Yeah,
it's not as annoying as the other run, before, but it still is a bit irritating, particularly because that guy, the guy with the cape on the stairs.
Yeah, the top of the stairs. Yeah,
he's particularly irritating because it's you can't swing your sword properly, and it's just irritating. He's a bit like that under the bridge. That I had trouble with. I did
have a thought actually. Are you locking on? You are locking on, right?
Yeah.
Good. I just had a thought. We'd not mentioned locking on, and there's a fair few people that like get quite a chunk way through the game and go, "You can lock on." It's like fuck.
No, I'm not that stupid.
Good.
I managed to do that. So anyway, I got up to there, and so the last time I played it, I've done this now probably about 10 times.
Yeah.
So I get his health like quite a long way down, and then another one turns up breathing fire, and that really annoyed me because I was just thinking this is going really well, and then suddenly I'm like, oh, for
yeah.
What do I do with this? Because I just get torched every time.
Right. Okay. Seeing as you've given it a fair few goes, I'll tell you how I did it. You can totally take them on your own. What you've got to do is use the the pitch of the roof to make sure they're on the other side, and you get your angles right and stuff like that. It does take a while, but it's fine. You can do two options, I think. If you want to take them down on your own, you should probably kindle the bonfire that you've got.
What's that all about?
Someone on Twitter reminded me to remind you about this or tell you about this because I had no idea what kindling was until I was way into the game, till I was in Anor Londo, and that's insane. What you can do is activate humanity, like use one of your humanity, sit down on a bonfire and kindle the fire. I think that's how it works. I can't totally remember. I think that's how it works. What that does is that means that every time you rest at that bonfire now, your Estus flask will hold 10 shots instead of 5. So obviously you've got a lot more health to play with and stuff like that. That's quite an important bonfire, so it's probably worth doing it at that one.
Okay, so if you like restore your humanity and then you kindle at a fire, then it will do that thing with the Estus flasks, but only at that
bonfire, yeah.
Right, okay.
Or you can start using cooperation. Now this is the boss that teaches you how to use cooperation, right? Because you've just met the guy that's activated it for you and all this sort of stuff, right? So here's what you got to do. You use one of your humanity. See at the top left, there's that number in the ring.
Yeah.
That's how many humanity you've got activated. It doesn't mean you're human, it just means how many you've got activated. So you use a humanity and then you rest at the bonfire and offer your humanity up to say, I can't remember how it describes it, but you'll find the option. Then you become human, right? Mm-hmm. When you're human, you can summon players for help and you can be invaded, right? If you're invaded, someone will enter your world and try and kill you, and it becomes a one-on-one fight although all the enemies are still there, it becomes a one-on-one fight with this guy that's invaded your world. So that's the risk you take. But what you want to do is activate humanity, make sure you make it through that run, then just outside that fog wall, there's golden things on the floor, like golden signs. Yeah. Use them to summon, Solaire, that's his name, I think. Use it to summon him, then he can concentrate on one gargoyle while you're concentrating on the other. You might not do it first time still, but at least it's a lot easier with 2 of you than it is with 1. I think I did it first time once I'd used 2. But the thing was that I gave up at this point. This was the big point where I gave up. And I didn't know, because I didn't know about summoning and I didn't know about humanity or anything like this. But once I knew about that and I went and did it first time, and then that's where the game took off for me, because I just went boom, boom, but really fucking hammered it. So once you get past this, I think that you'll have a real good go at it from here on. But yeah, that's how I did it. Probably the cooperation's the best way of doing it. You can summon other human players. That might help you because they'll probably be better than the NPC. But yeah, I would definitely summon at that point, because then you're learning the mechanics of summoning, and you should find that boss fight a lot easier.
Okay, so let me get this completely straight.
Yeah.
So the first thing I need to do is I need to do the becoming human thing at the bonfire.
That's right.
And then do kindling, right? And then
you don't have to do both. But you can do both if you've got enough humanity, but you don't have to do both, yeah.
But the trouble is, though, is if I become human there, I've really got to get through that run without dying, right?
That's right, yeah. Otherwise, because if you die, you turn into hollow again.
Right, okay. That's annoying. Right, okay.
Well, it's the risk you take. That's the cool thing. It's all about risk-reward. I mean, if you make it through that run, which you should do, the only problem is that run suddenly becomes pressure. You know what I mean? And, you know, or just take your time with it. Don't try and rush through it, and don't make any stupid mistakes. You'll be fine. You've done that run 10 times now. You should have no problem with it.
Okay, so I do that, and then when I get to the top of the ladders, what do I do then?
There should be gold signs on the floor, and you'll go up to one and it will say, do you want to summon, you know, such and such? And just hit A, wait for a little bit. It takes a little while, and then someone will pop up, and then you go through the fog gate, and they'll follow you, and then you take on the gargoyles as a twosome. So
what happens if I die in the battle? Do I have to do the summoning thing again then?
Yeah, you go back to being hollow, and you go back to the bonfire, and you start again.
But do I have to become human again then to do the summoning?
Yes. You can only summon when you're human. So that's why.
That's also pressure, isn't it? Because
it is pressure. But then that's the point. And you know, you can only summon when you're human. So the worst is when you go, right, okay, this is it. I've got hardly any humanity left. I'm gonna make it through this run. You know, take down this boss. This is the one. And then all of a sudden it flashes up your screen. Such and such has invaded your world, and you're like, motherfucker. That sucks. And then they turn up and take you out in one hit, and you go, okay, well done, mate. That sucks.
Thanks.
Still, it's exciting. It's fun.
I've heard the bell ringing recently.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Twice while I was playing earlier. Yeah,
you just think, motherfuckers. That was really frustrating me because it took me about 20 times to do the gargoyles, because I was trying to solo it every time, and I was just getting wiped out, falling off the edge, getting burnt. I was fine up until 2 of them turned up, and then that really screwed me up.
How many are there totally?
Gargoyles.
Yeah,
6 turn up in total.
6
at one time. Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm joking. I'm joking. There's 2.
There's 2, right? Okay. I was going to say, because that would have been. I'd have been like, okay, I'm done. Because I mean, one of them, I really thought I can take one without actually too much difficulty.
Yeah.
Because I thought my plan was I was going to do that, and then I was hoping after that I'd get to ring the bell or whatever, and then I'd call you. But then, yeah, it didn't work out like that, because that other one turns up and just starts spewing fire everywhere.
You sound like you're a little bit more with it than I am, because at this point, I was just infuriated. I was so angry at the game and so angry at the world and just everyone. I was just pissed off with the game, and that's why I stopped. I stopped for about 2 months after this.
Really?
Yeah, it really pissed me off, the gargoyles, especially because I didn't know about summoning. I didn't know the importance of it. So imagine doing what you've done another 10, 15 times. Yeah. In the end, you just go, fuck this game. It's bollocks. Why did it? And then you'll sit and watch someone do it, no problem. And you're like, motherfucker, how do you do that on your own? But then, yeah, I mean, I did it on my own, on my second run through. So it's very possible. It's very possible. But yeah, at this stage, I would probably use this as a way to understand summoning and humanity. It's a good lesson.
Right. Okay. How are you feeling? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'm going to try. It's just the thing. I don't know how much humanity I've got. You see, so I'm just wondering.
You'll be all right. You should have a bit there.
Mm-hmm.
You should have a bit, and you get humanity when you kill bosses like that anyway. So you should be okay. Yeah, the only time I really ran out of humanity was much later on in the game, and it's funny because there's like player signs everywhere, and you touch them, and all of them say "need humanity," so you know you're not alone. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, you're about to break through big time. Once you ring that first bell, that's when I really started to enjoy the game. Up until midway through the second act.
See, that's the thing. Though, I was starting to enjoy it at this point. Like once I'd beaten those other people, and I went up there and I started, fighting with this gargoyle.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, yeah, I can take this down. I've just got to be patient, just got to move right, and it's going to be okay. Then the other guy turned up, and then you're just like,
yeah. Then it all goes to shit.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
Yeah, but it does that. It does that. There's a boss. The next boss after this one is apparently the most common quitting point. It's the most common place where people go, I'm done.
Is it the dragon?
No, you're obsessed with this fucking dragon. But I did him in like 3 shots. So you're going to struggle against certain ones and piss on other ones that I struggle with, so it'd be interesting to see who you're able to take down easily and stuff. Yeah, I'm really excited now because I think you're getting to a point where it's really going to start coming together. And that's the best bit of Dark Souls, when you start realizing, hey, this is fucking genius. It's genius.
Yeah, it's pretty hard though, isn't it?
Yeah. but you die, but it's your own fault. Shut up. Exciting, James. Exciting. Take that.
It wasn't my own fault. It was the gargoyle with the fiery breath. It's mean.
Are you going to play it tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to go. Once we've done this, I'm going to go back and go back to it.
Obviously, you know the rule. You're not allowed to talk to me outside.
Yes.
So just call me if you need to chat.
Will do. But yeah, it's good.
Good luck.
All right, Tom.
Good luck, Guardian. I know it's Destiny. It's the wrong game, but still.
Yeah. All right. Take care. Thanks a lot.
Enjoy. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, see ya.